Chinyen Gipe Sunam Ki Jola Benchir Sangye Druparsho Sangye Shudam Sogi Chognam La Changshu Bardu Dagni Kyapsu Chi Dagi Chinyen Gipe Sunam Ki Jola Benchir Sangye Druparsho. All right, guys. Describe the two realities according to the Sutrist school. No, never heard of them. Truths. They're not truths, Nick. They're not truths. What is a truth?
Did I act to be younger when you were?
Sure. Feel free to start with one. I know you're feeling overwhelmed. So, you know, if it's helpful, you can start with.
Is it possible everyone is sleeping with their eyes open?
Ultimate reality is whatever performs a function.
Almost true. You're really close to right about that. No. Build on what Nick's saying. Nick is so close that everything Nick said is right except the thing that you're going to add to what Nick said.
Not wrong. Any expression that
Say what you said again.
any wrong set that performs a function.
No, say what you said again. You said anything that performs a function, which is almost right. Performs a function.
Oh, ultimately?
Yeah, it's got to be right. Yeah, he says specifically, right? Yeah.
I should know that.
Things that don't perform a function are set.
Yeah, things that don't perform a function.
But unchanging things. I think the cheat settings roughly.
Ultimately. We
Yeah,
exist in-
Tibetan? Well, Dunje.
Chepa?
Dundam. Right. Dundam. Dunj. Dundambar. Dunje Nuba.
Oh, that's the second. That's the ultimate reality.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought we were shooting the first one.
Oh, well, yeah, we were.
Okay.
Yeah.
Deceptive reality.
Well, yeah, so deceptive reality is the opposite of that, right? Uh-huh.
Oh, I got you.
Well, he says, right? So, okay, Dundampar Dunjenuba, okay, is ultimate, right? Dundampar Dunjenuba.
There's a describe, not define. So that's
Yeah, okay, you could say, you're right, it should be defined, right? Well, does he say
I
it's
think
any?
it's good you said describe.
Well, does he say it's any? We'll have to go back and look. Maybe I have to fix that. Uh-oh, run.
No, he does not say it.
Okay.
Good to see each.
Yeah, two synonyms each for both ultimate and deceptive reality. Tibetan and English, please. Let's start again. Let's break it down. Divide and conquer. Mooncat.
Mooncake.
Mooncake. Mooncat. Moondoggy. So let's start with ultimate. Lupo is a synonym for ultimate.
Shelja?
No.
Ranch?
No. That would be true. Uh-huh.
Be careful.
Right. Yeah, Ronsen.
Ronsen.
Yeah, good. Yeah, great. Yeah. Lupo Ronsen. Meaning what?
The object.
She got it. She got it.
Not the object. The other one.
Embodiment of an idea. Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Right.
Perfect.
Yeah, good. Cool.
Perfect.
No, I'm all right with it. Yeah, that's coming around. I'm coming around. Oh, yeah.
Which one's
Oh.
expression?
Oh, yeah. Oh, there was some, yeah.
You're
Oh,
gonna give Dennis an explanation of what the heck you're talking. I mean, where are you? In your text?
yes. So, overview.
I'm just afraid he's gonna agree with what you say in his future life and not know that it was a lower school.
Right. So, overview of ancient schools, and specifically we're doing overview of Buddhist schools, and right now we're in the second of 4 Buddhist schools, working our way up. And we're talking about the definition of the two realities, in the second of the 4 schools. He also says cause things, by the way. So I only asked you for 2, but he gave 3, and I only asked for 2 because he only gave 2 of the others. So for free. You also could have said cause things.
So in this school, something is really real when it does something, and not when it's emptiness.
Yeah.
This is this is like a scientist school or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
If something does something, it's real. And they don't talk about emptiness being reality or something like that. Ultimate reality. It's
Synonym for deceptive reality? Cheat-sen?
No,
No, and he specifically doesn't say that.
Yeah, I remember now.
Right.
Tunche Minupa.
Well, he doesn't mention that, right? He avoids it. He says, so here were the 3. Okay, this is a big clue based on the Dumaje. Yeah, Dumaje and Chitsen, right? But he doesn't say Ngome, and I have a theory as to why.
Because that would be non-existent.
Because I think Ngome includes non-existent.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Or the word can go either way.
Finally, describe a lack of self-nature to persons in the Sutra school, and give 2 synonyms for it according to the school.
Oh my God.
No problem. It's not as bad as you think. Let's try
Either the
lack of
first thing I
self-nature
don't remember
persons
or
in
the second
Sutra
thing I don't
schools. This is famously, we figured it out thanks to Utpala.
Rampia Tupa.
Oh, right.
Oh yeah. Okay.
No, it's about, it's got Z.
Yeah,
Ze.
it does. Think Ze. What does Ze mean?
Substantial, the sense of being self-standing.
Substantial in the seltzer.
Substantial in the
In the sense of being seltzer.
It reminds me
Right.
of those cheese.
Yeah, cool.
Jack, what was that?
And 2 synonyms for it according to this school. For
Takpa?
no, it related to words school in an interesting way. One of them was surprising, and one of them was less surprising.
They did say something about Kunchi, didn't they?
Nope.
Come on, your school.
What would if we were gonna talk about what's? Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, wait, say it again.
Yay,
Yeongdrip.
Tim.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, Yeongdrip.
Nice.
And then suchness. Uh-huh.
Dingy. I think they said
yeah.
dingy.
Daishinyi. They said Daishinyi, like
Okay.
that, like thatness. All right. God bless America.
Yes. You have one of those hats?
God bless us, everyone. What's it?
Never mind. Okay, here we go.
You're up, boss. Take the play.
One thing about DCI teachers, I forgot to mention downstairs, is that nobody's interested in Trump anywhere. Okay. Interested in Trump jokes anywhere. Now, no matter where I am, if I say something funny, they're like, huh? I really think so. I really think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not- they
It
don't
hurts
find it
people.
cute anymore.
Okay. Okay, here we go.
Yeah. Cool. I don't know where. Okay. Whoa. Okay. Shenyang Lam La Jang Chok Su Dun Nam Target Sonjuku
Whoa, what?
Yongjuku Sokyang De La Sangye Top De Ni
Tom Du.
Tom
Tom Du.
Tom De
Yeah.
Ni Gashi La Yukyang Rangi Shi De Tsowar Dun Dunyer Gi Lo Bong Minu Be.
Let's stop there, and then we'll remember that we're still going to be there. Okay. Shenyang. So we've been talking about, what's their opinion on certain Buddhist concepts. Who's they? Second school. Okay, second of 4 schools. Called sutras because
They like to listen to the Buddha, not to the people who inherited the Buddhist teachings and not down.
yeah, they prefer the original sutras to the compilations made by how many guys? 7 guys?
Arhats.
Yeah, okay, later. Who were human and not enlightened beings, okay. So you can kind of sympathize with them. You know, we stick to sutras. We don't even want good commentaries. Okay, Shenyang Lamla Changchok. So this is the 37 qualities of enlightenment.
Uh-oh,
Okay.
okay.
Those are confusing, and I warn you. You know, and I'm not gonna create an appendix and waste 8 months of your time on it.
Oh, you had a footnote in.
Probably, yeah.
I ganked it.
Okay. I'm just saying the 37 qualities of enlightenment are confusing because some of them are practiced before you get enlightened. So be careful with them. It's confusing. It's confusing. Yeah. Okay. Namtar Gate.
Yeah, the 8.
Yeah, but you gotta figure out what to really call them. I don't recall what they are. You know who's really good source for this kind of stuff is Sikh. Okay, that you can trust Sikh on these kinds of lists. Okay,
That shows that the 4 knowledges and the 4 freedoms.
I don't know,
I'm almost definitely.
probably.
You taught it.
And then Nyomjuk Gu, the 9 states of deep meditation. Okay, basically high Buddhist practices, they do.
They accept it.
Yeah, they accept all those big Buddhist practices. And I don't know if it's worth a footnote to explain 37, practices. It's up to you.
Well,
But
like I said, we didn't listed it, but we didn't,
yeah, I wouldn't try to
in there,
list
now it's the second time they're doing it.
list all 37. If they come before, then refer them back. Yeah.
Okay.
But personally, if it were me, because he's mentioning here 54 items in half a sentence,
Right.
I don't think it's worth a footnote explaining 54 items.
Well,
Because the author's point is not that you understand the 54 items, it's just that they accept the basic ideas that everyone else accepts, you see. But it's up to you. But I'm just saying personally, I wouldn't, on a half a sentence, I wouldn't do a footnote with 54 definitions.
what if it's repeated through multiple schools?
Yeah,
all say
maybe that. Maybe that, yeah.
Well, they did because it came up in Vaibhashika.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
you'll hit
Normally,
it.
he's going to keep saying, like the Vaibhashikas.
Right.
Yeah.
You'll hit it when you go to
Okay.
and you'll see what
Okay.
mess I've made of it, and then you'll.
Okay. I mean, I'm up for it, but I'm just saying, I profit me, I wouldn't take the effort. Okay. Sangye tomduni gashik la ye. Some of them.
Sorry, the Yonjuku is what?
9 states of deep meditation. I don't think it's the 9 in the poster.
Oh, really? It's not?
I'm not sure. I don't remember. Maybe it is, but I'm not sure. I mean, I didn't bother. I'm just gonna say 9 kinds of deep meditation. I didn't go look them all up and write all their names down. And I don't think it's the point of the sentence to teach you the 54 different Buddhist practices. I think it's to say, look, all this stuff they also believe. Okay, Gyang Dula.
What about like even just offering people some place to go look?
That's okay. You can refer them to somebody else's book.
Yeah.
But I don't mind if you want to make an appendix or something. But I'm just saying it would cost you. It'll cost you like 6 months or something.
I guess I'm looking for a medium in between those where there's
Oh,
a
yeah.
footnote and not an appendix.
Yeah, in that case, I would just put the numbers and say, you know what these authors would say? Go look in the major texts.
Right. Yeah.
Pretty
Uh,
cool table at the end if there are some schools that don't do some of those practices, that you can have like, here are the practices that are practiced by this school, this school, not these schools.
okay. Sangye tomdi tomdu. Okay, that pre-nasal M. Tomdu ni gashik la ye kyang. I changed my opinion here. I think it's some of them do aspire to total Buddhahood. Okay,
Oh,
I guess. Kyang, but So there are sutras who are trying to reach total enlightenment, but it's more common that they have this problem that they cannot, minu, get rid of in their heart, bong, the state of mind, lo, where they aspire to, dunya, mainly, soul, their own happiness, personal happiness. Okay, there are sutras who have a big view. They are going for Buddhahood. They want to save all beings, but mostly they're almost like first level Lam Rimers or something. I don't remember. They're mainly looking for their own happiness. Okay.
What's the she doing there, Krishna?
She, peace, lower peace, like peace and
Yeah,
happiness.
it's meant to be read with day, she day,
She did.
she day. It's not separated. It's a single idiomatic expression. Their own peace and happiness, or their own, yeah, nirvana, quote nirvana state. Okay, shida la yokyang, bong mi nupe, and because they're stuck in that rut, which is the total opposite of Seji's text, right? They're stuck in that rut of wanting to be happy themselves, and focusing on that. Because of that, Lode, you want to keep going?
Lode, sanje, topje, ginye, cure, min, doar, tsenden, gi, shepa, yang, tong, shin.
Okay. That state of mind, Lode, Sange Topche ki Nirnenki Gyu.
The cost for happiness.
Yeah, that the state of mind with which they undertake their practices is not a state of mind that could itself develop into enlightenment. Okay, that's a pretty heavy statement. Okay, the state of mind with which they do their practices, which is self-centered, cannot possibly develop into omniscience. It's not a Nirlenki Gyu. Okay, it doesn't turn into omniscience. Mindor. Well, why do you say that? Well, because I've seen authoritative presentations that say that.
Tsenden, gi, shepa.
Senden means authoritative. Sema dandemba, meaning trustable.
Okay.
Like in ACI, whatever it was. Proof of future life. Okay? Semekibu. I have seen trustable explanations that I believe that say that. Yang Tong. Okay? I've seen them.
And we
Or are to be seen.
and these would be from the sutras point of view, right?
Not necessarily. They could be like Kedupje talking about sutras, yeah. But it's definitely references to the beliefs of the sutras. And most likely by Prasangika people. Okay.
Just let me split this up into 3 sections for the sake of discussing it, but it's kind of got to be one chunk.
That's why I haven't split it on the page, yeah. Keep going. Top.
Top ke part chen mek kyang dagme tope lam tsor pompe rang lam yi chang chup top nu bar dedo.
Yeah. Top Kepa Chen means super duper practices. Fang Fas, right? And what's supposed to strike you when you hear that is, in a sutra way, the combination of compassion and emptiness. But in a tantric way, the combination of Nagyal and Selnung or something, okay? Or diamond body. You see, it has a different version for Tantra and non-Tantra.
Okay,
Super duper method.
okay.
So they don't have a super duper method. They don't mix Vipassana and Shamatha.
Okay,
But they also don't mix Kyurrim and Dzogrim in a tantric way.
okay.
Okay.
They don't have the extraordinary method.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
therefore, although they don't have the method,
Okay.
well, they do meditate on no self nature. He didn't call it emptiness. It is their main practice.
Yeah.
And those who undertake that as their main practice, they do achieve Changchu,
Enlightenment.
Ranglam,
Rang,
They're their own path for practicing.
on their track,
On their track.
which is just Arhat. Which is just Arhat. If they have a lower motivation, when you say they reach the enlightenment of their own track, it allows for Shravaka, Nirvana, Arhat, and Pratyeka, Buddha, Shravaka, Pratyeka Buddha, Nirvana. Okay, all right.
Yes.
Lower, they call it enlightenment in their school, but it's not. It's just Arhat.
We're kind of differentiating between Jangchu Tok and Sangye Tok here, right? In this.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Only Sangye, the only Changchub which is Sangye is the result of the Mahayana path.
Yeah.
There are two lower Changchubs which are not Sangye.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah, and it's a confusing point.
New. This is par.
Oh, new part, Dudo, yeah.
Mistake.
And I would say that Dudo is we believe.
Oh.
We believe that because their main practice is meditating on no self nature, it is possible for them to achieve the quote enlightenment of their own track. Okay,
But wouldn't they
which is
also believe
nirvana.
that? I mean, because some of these
Oh,
guys.
well, I'd say they obviously believe it, but I think the point is when he says here, Tsendengi Shung, credible scriptures, credible references, I would take that to be, for me, I would, the de could be they believe,
Yeah.
but that's not the point.
It's not, but.
I think the point is we believe that they can achieve arhat on the lower track.
It would just be super weird to the flow of the text that's ending so many paragraph after paragraph after paragraph with de, that suddenly it means us instead of them.
I agree, but it does. Okay. Because, and I say because he just mentioned authority of scriptures. Because what he's saying is, they're not so bad. We do accept they can achieve arhat because there's a huge debate about it. I think he's making an oblique reference to Jetsun Kappa's presentation in Comparative.
So we accept
they
three
do
types of
see
enlightenment
emptiness.
in the highest school.
They do so-called enlightenment, yeah. If arhatship, two of them
That's
being
not a
arhat.
Tantrika as opposed to a Prasangika presentation.
It is, but we accept it. Yeah. For them.
Okay. All right.
Okay, all right. That's what I'm saying.
But they do.
Otherwise, he wouldn't have said senden, is what I'm saying.
Send in.
Why mention authoritative? That means you accept something. Yeah. Anyway, let's go.
Okay.
Now, we're going to talk about Debu, and what was my question yesterday? Because I was asking myself this question. When we talk about the result of their path, Sutra's path, are we talking about the result in this sense or that sense? What's my question? What did I say yesterday? What did I ask him yesterday?
Oh, the result they think they get or the result
Good.
they think they get?
Yeah, good, okay. When you talk about the fruit or the final result that they get from their path, are you talking about the one they think they're going to get or the one we know they're going to get? Because they're not the same.
Well, and this ties back to this, I'm sorry, but still the question about the last paragraph, because I think that they also believe in like a Sanyak Sambuddha that they typically don't achieve.
Right.
That they also believe that they get a lower nirvana. Not every jerk gets to be, the great super Sangye of this world. And they would agree
I
with
believe that, yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay. Okay, let's see. How are we going to tell the difference? And here's the question again. They're about to describe the results of practicing the path or the methods of practice of the second school. And then we'll reach the category that we're going to reach for each school, which is called what do they get from their practice? And either that's going to mean what did they think they get from their practice, or what do we know they get from their practice? And let's see. Okay, let's see. Here we go. Keep that in mind as we go.
Well, your other question was how are we gonna tell the difference?
Well,
I think we can smell it.
that'll be more apparent. That's a
If
much
it's-
easier question to ask.
Yeah, let's see. Well, let's go through the language. The word in the last paragraph that supported my opinion, that we're talking about our opinion of their opinion, was senden, authoritative. I don't think he would have used it if he was talking about the opinion of the sutras books about the sutras practice. Okay, because it's not the point of talking about senden mayimbe. sutra books, sutrist books. Okay, here we go. Sumba Debula, Nyomong Chen,
Nyamang Cheng Yi Mi Sheba Tsam Bang Be Memba Tra Chomba Dang Nyamang Chen Dang Nyamang Min Be Mi Sheba Nika Bong Je Hi Lam Sum Drel Duna Nyam Su Lang Be Drebu Dungi Tar Chen Be Sange Topar Dedo.
Good. Okay. Okay, let's talk about where does their path take them. Nyomong Chenki Mishepa Tsampang. All that they can rid themselves of, which is my new favorite translation of bang. Because I said eliminate and people said it's too closely connected to poo-poo. I don't think so, but rid yourself of something is more normal English, okay? We don't say you eliminated your desire for brownies. You know, you got rid of your desire for brownies, right? So anyway, Tsam Bangbe. So if all you can get rid of is ignorance in the sense of kleshik ignorance, which I will say in the sense of nyundra. Okay, mishepa.
As opposed to Sheju.
Yeah. So there's mishepa shi. You know, in the Abhidharma, there's 4 kinds of misunderstanding. Not knowing. And you have to translate it as not knowing. Because one of them is a lack of omniscience. It's not ignorance. It's a lack of knowing everything. Not being a Mr. Know-it-all. Okay? Which is not the same as is in Sugang's text, the first link. That's not the same as misinterpreting the world. Okay? It's a lack of information, not a bad interpretation.
And that's the point of the Abhidharma Kosha, a lack of omniscience.
Yeah, but they don't call it Nyindupanshidip. I'm just trying to give you the flavor. Okay, so anyway, Nyomong Chengi Mishepa Tsam, if all we're talking about is they remove lack of knowledge in the sense of negative emotions, meaning not understanding emptiness, okay? If that's all they get rid of, then they become
Arhat.
then they reach nirvana on a lower track, which is still called
Enlightenment.
Changchu, but not Sangye. Okay, got it? Good. Nice. Very nice. But let's say you're able to Pongje, right? Let's say you're able to get rid of both not knowing in the sense of negative emotions, which is misunderstanding reality, and in the sense which is not tied up with negative emotions, which is just omniscience. Okay, Shidu. Nika Pongcheki Lam. Let's say if you practice both of those paths, Sungda, like Sungjuk.
Together.
Yeah, in conjunction.
Okay.
In conjunction, tied together. What? Types of knowledge that are tied up with fighting negative emotions and types of knowledge that are tied up with seeing all things. Okay, 2 kinds of types of knowledge. Okay, if you can combine those 2 practices, Nyamsu Langba, and put it into practice, well then they say, okay, Taupa, that you will achieve Buddhahood where you have gone to the final end of the 2 goals as a result. Okay? Because according to us, 4th school, can they achieve total enlightenment or not? On their path,
Yes.
without coming to Prasangika. Cannot, okay? Without coming to middle way, even. Cannot. So when you say, believe can achieve here, it's who's got to be the believer? Yeah, it's got to be them. This one has to be them. Only they think their path leads to total enlightenment. We don't believe that. We're having trouble with the dodos at the end of the sentences. We believe or they believe? Or sometimes they believe and sometimes we believe. If it's a goal that which we know that Nagarjuna would say they cannot reach, then it can't be we believe. It has to be they believe. So they do accept the total Buddhahood, and they do believe they can attain it by combining these two types of knowledge. One which fights negative emotions, and one which fights lack of omniscience. Okay, got it? The two dipas, all right? He didn't mention dipas, but he's referring to them. Sungdel is important for the practice of Tantra, okay? Tantric Buddhahood is not called Buddhahood. It's called Sungjo, combination of the two. Which is?
Usal and Pila,
Yeah, that's not bad.
illusionary body and the
Yeah,
clear light.
yeah. Magic body and pure light. That's Buddhahood in Tantra. The combination of the two. Okay. All right, I'm not going to teach you because you're not supposed to know about it. Okay, but the word is here. Okay, keep going.
Di nian de la shu ne gi nam sha kyang de la dorna di tang je mani gi shi chi la deng ni dang lam la mi tak so chu chu dok pe lam tang drebu la me be jang chuk dang zok pe jang chuk ni.
Yeah, I'm going to cut it there. Okay.
Okay.
D means subject of sentence because they have an S on it. So these guys say, these guys, now thank you for saying D. Okay. He told us who's doing. Okay, who believes? So now we got another vote for they believe. They do believe in the presentation that talks about entering and staying.
Okay.
Entering and staying. And that's the presentation on the Namki Debushi.
Four fruits?
Yeah.
Four fruits, right?
Gejongi Debushi.
8 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of the practice of virtue, technically. Gejongi
Truly
Debushi.
miserable footnote about it that you'll run into.
Yay!
Yeah.
Okay, what's it basically mean, Shugne?
Um,
With those arhat, once returner, non-returner,
Having the karma to do
stream
how
mentor.
you get into that state and then being in that state.
Yeah, working, fighting to get into that state, and then relaxing once you get there. Okay, one is, during the first one, there's a war going on between your wisdom and your negativities. And then by the time you reach the second stage, the negativities are destroyed. And they call that entering and staying. They have a special name for it. Entering and staying. Entering is the fighting. Staying is the being there after you won the war. Okay?
Trying to get a government job and then they can't fire you.
Yeah. And then times 2, 4 times 2. So 8 different states there. So they do accept this presentation, which is an Abhidharma thing.
And the higher school doesn't talk about the shoot in name?
I think you could. I don't see a problem with it.
Okay.
But it's not emphasized. Let's put it that way.
We'll see when we get there.
Dorna, just to wrap up, I don't want to say too much. On the questions regarding the Shi, on the questions regarding the Lam, on the questions regarding the Dibu, okay, so there's a structure here of this sentence. As far as Shi, blah, 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 blah. As far as Lam, blah, 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 blah. And as far as Debu, la, 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 okay? So as far as the original condition of things, they also accept the two truths, the two realities.
Okay, so these guys and the Jamal,
Yeah, and the Abhidharma guys.
okay, the she.
So they're the same as far as how were things before Buddhism started. What is the world before you start practicing? Oh, it's still got these two elements to it. There's ultimate reality and there's fake reality. Okay, they accept that in the same way that the Abhidharma guys do.
Okay.
First school. Okay, so as far as how they think the world is before you start practicing, they're the same.
Okay.
Second school, first school, the same. You can split everything into two. What? One, it really exists. Two, it's faking you out.
Yeah.
But What?
Oh, they mean very different.
Yeah,
things.
they mean very, very different things.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, having gone to the way it was before we met our Buddhist teacher, what is it, Lamla? At the stage in our life, at the progress where we have reached Lam,
Yeah, 16 aspects.
yeah, what's the big thing for them? Which school?
Well, it's
Second school.
right. Yes.
What's their big thing? What do they enjoy talking about?
16 aspects.
The 16 aspects of the Four
Right.
Truths.
These
Okay.
both of them. Yeah, this guy. This first answer.
Cool.
Yeah.
Good. Where you understand them, and we've been describing how you understand them. For example, realize them during Jorlam. Okay. Debula. Now, what about their result of their practice? How do they compare?
Higher and lower enlightenment.
Yeah, good. They accept a lower
And a complete.
enlightenment and a total enlightenment. The first two tracks lead to a Membe Chanchu, which is an arhat. Lower enlightenment, which is not really an enlightenment, okay? And then they have a Dzogbe, Samyak Sambuddha.
Depending on
Total.
what stuff you eliminate.
Which track you're on. Yeah.
And, get rid of.
Okay, good. More comments comparing them to the Vaibhashika. Here we go. Shenyang.
Shenyang sugla namparik che manyebe suktang. Tseme la ngunje gi sok de ba tsamdu tsum kyang. Nang seyi kiepar yefar shepar cha de.
Yeah, good.
Moral lit.
Now, as far as number of Besuk.
Non-communicating.
Good.
form.
Yeah, as far as non-communicating form, what does that mean?
Your magical aura that I can't see
Yeah,
because you took vows and to keep them.
things that you possess in your being that other people just by looking at you cannot tell are there. Okay? And it's an Abhidharma idea, right? It's a physical quality which is part of you that other people cannot see to judge your spiritual state. It's very common explained with taking a vow. Yeah, and number of Chengisuk, your hands are like this, you're squatting. You know, either you're really got diarrhea and you've got pills in your hand, or or you're, probably you have some Buddhist motivation. But then after that, when you're at the grocery store, nobody can tell that you have vows, okay? But you have an aura around you that a Buddha could see, for example. Yeah. So they accept the aura idea in the same way that the Abhidharma people do, okay? And they also accept that there's two kinds of sema, accurate perceptions, either direct or deductive.
You said indirect in words.
No, if you look, I said indirect, comma,
Yeah.
deductive blah, and deductive blah. Tsa.
Did he?
Yes, go check.
It's the footnote in my text, actually.
It's a footnote in his check. I repeated deductive 3 times. Okay, just to cover me in case Ben Kramer got there. So, Dupetsam Dusun Kyang. They are equivalent to the Abhidharma school, only in these senses, in these two senses, about the special kind of aura and about the two kinds of accurate perception. But, Nang Seki Kepa Yopa Shepachate, you should understand, Shepacha, that there are certain differences, Kepar,
I'm sorry.
in the details.
That sound here.
In generally agreeing to those, they are the same. But what they mean when they both agree to those is different. There are some differences in the details. Okay, so Nangse means details inside those ideas. If you go to one of the guys in the first two schools and you say, "Do you believe in this aura?" They both say, "Yeah, we do." And if you say, go to both of them and you say, "Do you believe in the two kinds of accurate perception?" They'll both say, "Yes, we do."
Okay.
But they mean slightly different things.
Okay.
Okay, Nangse means details inside of each concept.
Especially non-seki kepa.
Yeah, okay. Differences in the details inside, okay. Usually, but I should say, Nangse means differences in subschools. But I don't think that's what it means here, okay.
Say it. I haven't seen that.
Mixed into. Basic meaning of mixed into. Yeah.
Part of a group or something like that. Honestly.
That's what I'm saying. But I take it to be ideas as part of the general concept. Okay, all right. Although you could, it doesn't take much pushing to go make me go the other way. But I think being stubborn as I am, I'll probably just stick to it whether it's right or not. Okay, Bernard.
제메 두 마제 두 chen chame so dendam denbar dela
Stop there.
go
For example,
for example in the Vaibhashikas
good. Yeah. Now you can use de. For example, the Vaibhashikas believe that.
Do they believe in Dumajet?
Yeah.
They believe in uncaused things. But
Yeah, and again, I much prefer the translation existing things which have not been produced. Okay, yeah. When you say unproduced things, that's a little tricky because existence is also unproduced. So I prefer to say existing things which have not been
it's
produced.
even worse because they said they're existing things which are changing. I think.
Yeah. Okay, anyway, this first school,
Yeah.
they say Duma Chase are Dundam Demo.
Yeah.
Go to distribute to the end of the
Yeah,
sentence.
right. Oh, okay. Dumajes are doing that, but partless particles.
Are also
Yeah.
partless particles, among other stuff.
Right, they
So,
believe in ultimate things.
Yeah.
Right, which are partless particles. Okay.
Good.
Yeah, got it.
and what modern school believes this?
Scientists.
Scientists. Okay.
Not a school.
It is a school and everyone belongs to it. Okay, let's keep going. Dodepes, but the sutras now, they would say those are kunzab dembar.
Yeah.
Which those? On things which exist which are not produced
And
and indivisible atomic particles,
fascinating.
according to the sutras, are fake reality,
Weird.
deceptive reality. Now that's a cool distinction.
Dochen chame is hard.
Yep. And the Chedamawas
Yeah.
say that number of Chimayimbe Suk, the aura after taking a vow.
Suk.
Yeah, Ngunepa means the real thing. Read it together.
Yeah.
Ngunepa.
Is real suk.
Ngunepa. Okay. The aura, that the light that comes around a person when they take vows, that nobody can see, unless they're a Buddha or something. They say that's real physical matter.
Yeah.
That is physical matter. And Chiksha means the other guys. It means one of a pair.
Chick shit.
So instead of saying
Shen.
Dodepe,
Oh no, is it?
Vaibhashika.
no,
Oh yeah.
no, here Chiksha means Dodepe.
Oh, okay.
Okay, he didn't want to repeat Dodepe because he did it before.
What's shit?
Very. It's like.
It means one of a pair.
Okay. I mean, one. Okay, chick means one, and shit.
Yeah, it always goes with Chik. Chik and Chiksha. One and the other, of a pair.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So the other guys, meaning here sutras, okay, here it's sutras.
Yeah. And
They
say that-
think it's Kuntape Sut.
Oh, it's just called.
Yeah, you just call it physical, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's psychic. Or something, okay. What?
Psychic.
The aura that forms around you when you take a vow. So the number one school says that's made of atoms, that's physical. You can't see it, but it's physical. And then the second school says, no, it's some kind of weirdo stuff. It's not physical. Okay, got it?
Yeah, and then in 2 days when we return,
Yeah.
then
We're
come
up
after
to
work.
words, but yay!
Yes.
Wow, particularly, he says that he qualifies that they believe it's soup. They don't believe it's soup here, but earlier he said soup.
Not for.
Here they say it's nominally
There were sutras
physical.
It wasn't sutras like 2 paragraphs ago?
talking about number. No, they believe in it. These are examples of things that they both believe in that they believe in differently.
Yeah, different details.
So they both.
They
accept it.
describe them in different ways.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but he says soup to describe what they believe in.
And they say that it's suk, but it's suk in name only.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Whatever the hell that means.
Got it. Okay, that's cool. Thank you.
Well, I think you can say this person has an aura, of light, and if you press them, they'd say, well, it's just kind of a spiritual thing. It's not physical.
You mean like in a Sedona kind of way?
Exactly. It's caused by the vortexes. Okay.
Sashi
Puki Jushin Meto Cham Rira Plishin Inde Kampadi Sangye Shindu Mite Uwagi Dokun Namda Shima Chupasho Inam Guru Ratnam Mandala Kamyayatayami Di Kewo Kun Sanam Yeshe Tsozo Shin Sanam Yeshe Lechuhe Tampa Kuni Tobasho.
1,000 years from now, it's describing something as the Sedona way.
Yeah, it's gonna change from vortex to high. It's like made in China, made in Japan.
Like a Sedona way.
When I was a kid, made in Japan meant lousy. Then later, made in Japan meant high quality. So.